started, getting it done. Hello there. I am so glad that you could be here today. Not in the least because I think this is one of the best projects we have ever painted on this channel. And if you disagree, well, you know where the dislike button is. I think it was really fun. I'm just, I don't know, I'm really happy about it. It is cool, it's fun, you know? We're painting minis and we're having fun, so it's, I don't know, whatever. Let's go. My name is Rich, the channel is called New Memphis, and you know what faction really deserves more respect? Cities of Sigmar. But I don't really want to paint their new box set that's coming out, so instead we'll do the Beastmen. We have 2 Beastmen remaining from our Blackstone Fortress box set, after the other 2 were in a very unfortunate accident. I mean, somehow they ended up mounted to the hood of an ATV and a bike. Oh, man, I don't know who could have done that, but they must be an awesome kitbasher. However, playing the actual Blackstone Fortress board game does require 4 Beastmen, and while it would be easy to simply gloss over that and, you know, just keep 2 and maybe whip out some of the ghouls or another random generic monster to fill in the ranks, I think we can do better. This channel is all about creativity, so let's try to make something interesting. Let's see this as an opportunity. I mean, come on, guys. I know Beastmen aren't the most popular faction, but damn it, these unwanted goat bastard children deserve some respect, damn it. So with that in mind, let's get on to the kit bashing. Just a quick reminder, though, to subscribe, leave a comment below if and only if you like the channel and want to help peer pressure the algorithm into promoting it to other people, and share this video with some Warhammer fans. This might surprise some people, and I'm going to do a channel update later, so I'm going to be brief here. I've been pretty insulated from the Warhammer fan base, somewhat strangely. I pretty much just order models online, and then they come, and then I paint them. But earlier this week, I saw the Outer Circle's new video about Warhammer influencers, and I also scrolled through the comments section, and it was depressing, but let's see that as an opportunity. I know it's narcissistic coming from me, but I really do think this channel can be something special. It can even be something special in the hobbying space, because that's the goal. It's getting people painting. It's getting people to put those box sets together. That pile of shame, cutting it in half, you know, getting you to the point where you want to paint every single day. That has always been the goal of New Memphis. Lost track of what I was saying, but if you know Warhammer painters who are looking for community, I hope you'll send them over to New Memphis, because I really do want this channel to be something special. And also I want the channel to grow. It'd be dishonest for me to not admit that, but I really do think this could be something special. And I hope you do too. Anyway, I talk too much anyway. Let's get on to the damn painting. Or in this case, the kit bashing to start. We still have a lot of pieces I've snipped off the other Blackstone Fortress models, as well as other random bits and pieces I've collected throughout the years. I also have a pack of guardsmen, a pack of Khorne demons, as well as our skulls pack, all of which I bought specifically for kit bashing. If I may sneak a little piece of advice in here, keeping a box of infantry that you like on hand for kit bashing is a very, very good idea if you like kit bashing. I do not recommend any of the Games Workshop demon models, though. They are notoriously a pain in the ass to put together. I don't recommend them, though we do use a couple pieces here. For the most part, yeah, if you want to buy kits specifically to have pieces for kit bashing, avoid the demons. Finally, we also have some spare Zangor parts. My God, putting together 5 of these things left me just drowning in extra bits. So, I am excited to get to use some of these finally. I snipped the hairline back on the Beastman that was only missing the face, and added the Zangor head. And I have to say, it was pretty seamless. For the other, I glued down the spare set of Beastman legs, and added a torso and a pistol from the pack of guardsmen. Once again, fits pretty well. The next step was the offhand. I went through every set of weapons I had and couldn't find anything I liked, so eventually I used a spare Khorne demon arm without a weapon, but I think it still looks plenty fierce. Finally, for the head, I grabbed a skull I liked from our Skulls for the Skull Throne pack, something very heavy metal. The only complaint I really have is that it's a bit skinny. Let's grab something from that Guardsman pack again and try to give him some heft. I think the flamethrower's backpack should do. And here's a squad afterward ready to go. I fixed our Zangor friend's chest by returning to the spare Zangor pieces, snipping out one of their shields, trimming it down to size, and basically just mashing it into the hole while just drowning the whole thing in plastic cement. Not the ideal way to do it, but I was honestly afraid that using putty would just create more of a mess or end up clogging other details. Honestly, once it's all painted, I think it'll look fine. That took a while, but they are finally ready to get some paint on them. It's a beautiful beer right there. Let's get started with the painting. To make these models nice and colorful, we're going to prime our regular Beastmen in the same green I actually used for my 100% plant-based Necrons a few months ago. Our Zangor will get primed in the same Macragge blue from our Fallout minis, if you remember those. And our Khorne-touched Beastman will be primed in the same rusty red as our little Gobos from Warhammer Underworlds. You don't always have to start with black and gray, you know, so just saying. Here they are once the priming was taken care of. Our next step will be some dry brushing to bring out the details. We'll use cork brown for our regular Beastmen, black red for Khorne, and azure for our Zangor. Let's finally put some actual paint on the models, starting with London Grey for everything metal. Next, we'll use lemon yellow for any small charms or trinkets. We'll break out the black to do a couple more details. Then black-red for much of the clothing, especially on the regular Beastmen. Cork brown is what we'll use for the rest of the clothing, especially on the Chaos-touched models. We want to use a lot of earth tones for our 40k forest dwellers, so we can use German extra dark green for the belts and pouches. Then of course whites for the horns and skulls. As you know, I call this the Happy Meal toy phase of painting, so we'll skip right past it and go to the wash phase. We'll use my standard brown wash made from acrylic ink, water, and matte medium for the regular Beastmen. And mix a wash of royal purple for both of our chaos tinted minis. Here they are once they were dry. We'll start finishing these up with some highlights of white for the horns, though eventually I went back and gave them a white Drybrush as well. Then we'll highlight the rest of the models with their original base colors. Post highlights and with their bases finished, these look pretty damn good, but I think we can still make them even better. First of all, we'll use Mahogany Brown to finally paint their hooves. Then for the skin, we'll add a few spare highlights of flat flesh for our regular Beastmen. Flat blue for the Zangor. And flat red for Khorne. The last step before I go take care of the eyes off screen will be using intermediate green for the grenades. Once again, subscribe if you see fit, and thank you to all of you guys who have been leaving such amazing comments down below, by the way. I have truly been blown away by how thought-provoking a lot of you have been, and it's just really cool to see. So, thank you for that. I know I talk too much. Let's just get on to seeing the minis. As per usual, we will punctuate this project by talking about two things that I like about the project and one thing that I want to do better next time. The first thing that I liked were the highlights of flat flesh. I genuinely think they added so much to the model. Part of the reason I chose it was that flat flesh from Vallejo has a kind of just very, very slight orange tone that I thought would add some really interesting contrast with the green, and it really did. Like, I was very, very happy with that. So very good that turned out as well as it did. I just feel like it really does make the faces pop so much more. The second thing is the lack of metallics. I know I was a little bit quiet about this, but I had silently challenged myself to not use any metallic colors in order to sort of convey the low techness of the Beastmen, even though they have chain swords, which is cool. But it worked out better than I thought. At this point, honestly, I almost like using London Gray for my metals, like steel and iron, more than using actual metallics now, which is not a bad thing, just kind of funny that at this point it looks so good. I almost just don't even want to use metallics anymore. And just, I mean, yes, it does look cartoonish, but the general vibe that I go through with anything that I paint is colorful and yet horrifying. Now, what do I think I can do better next time? Well, I think the horns are kind of the obvious thing, especially on the Khorne-touched Beastmen. I really feel like I could have done better, done something more interesting with the horns, with even just a couple small highlights, maybe some orange to blue contrast, something, because those big horns just is such an opportunity. I wish that I had done better, and I want to be frank about that. So yeah. So that's the project. Next week, we will be painting the Rogue Psychers from the Blackstone Fortress box set. I am actually really excited for those. I have some really fun ideas. I hope you guys are excited. I might also be doing some kind of, it's only 2 models, so I might do some tokens or something else alongside it as well, just to kind of fill it out and make it more interesting. I hope you guys are ready for it. I do hope to see you in the next one. I hope you didn't have to dislike this video, but, you know, is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'll understand. No hard feelings. I think this project has turned out really well. Like, I'm just really happy with it. And I know it took a long time. I didn't get this video out on time, but I'm really happy how the project turned out. So, hope to see you in the next one. And, yeah, just have an amazing day.